Hey, what's up everybody? We're back again. We're back, and this time we're on the beta server. I'm here because the new update for July is being prepared here, and all the classes are being changed and balanced. There's a huge class balancing that's going on. And just recently they put out the changes for rogues, they put it out so now we can test that. And I wanted to go over it with you guys because I'm actually pretty excited about this, honestly. We got a few new spells. If you look down here in the bar, you might see some icons that you wouldn't be too used to seeing on a rogue. Like that kind of looks like the Bastion icon, and that looks like Vapor for Foggernauts. The icons aren't completed. This is just the beta server. They have to put some icons, so they just put something, right? Anyways, we're just going to go over the spells, and I'm going to show you some of the things, some of the changes that we have over here. We're going to start with the spells. Anyways, I'm quite excited about this update, and if you guys are happy with the changes, you can let me know. I wonder what you guys think. So here we're just gonna start. So detonator fuse here, same thing. I don't think anything changed here. Explode bomb, latent explode bomb. So now there's a whole new system with latent explode bombs actually, which is really interesting. So before you put a latent explode bomb, and it pops up, and that's the same thing now. That hasn't changed. But the big changement is if now you put a latent explode bomb and someone puts something on top of it so that next turn it can't spawn, then that entity which was put on top of it will get an effect, and I'll show you. So now I'm going to end my turn. He's on top of it, so he's technically blocking a bomb from spawning, right? Boom. Now he gets this. He gets gluing explode bomb. I didn't do anything. And now he has that, which I can use to get back some AP, for example, with fuse. Or I can use to damage if I was playing detonator. Or, for example, I could use to damage if I was... if I were to put another bomb next to him and explode that instead, right? I could show you that. Here. Just real quick, put him there. Ah, no, no. Here, hold on, 1 second. So we're just gonna put the bomb again. Okay. You know what? Whenever I keep saying, whenever I make my videos, I'm always saying the word bomb, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna trigger some fucking CIA filter that's looking out for that word, and they're gonna, I don't know, they're gonna be like, oh, this kid keeps saying bomb all the time, we should look into him, and then they're gonna start investigating me. That always freaks me out. But anyways, besides the point. So now he's gonna get the effect, right? And I could damage, right, by putting another bomb. It's just because I play fuse, because I just preferred that. And look, the damage is pretty good. If you look at it, it's the same as this glowing explode bomb, so it's 30 to 34, which is even more than extraction. Pretty high damage. My damage is really good right now because I'm in a full PVM set, though, 1,500 intelligence. I think I have 200 fire damage. Yeah, 210. This is not a realistic PvP set. It's just I'm fully geared. It's for my infinite dreams, right? I don't know if you saw my previous video, guys. Okay, so that's interesting. But what's even more interesting is glowing explode bomb has been changed. So if you see now there in green where it says 30 to 34 damage, it no longer says fire damage because glowing explode bomb is no longer a purely intelligent spell. The damage that will be put on your enemy is the damage that you hit the strongest in. So if for example, right now I'm intelligence, so yes, it hits intelligence. But if I was playing a chance set, then it would automatically hit in chance. Same spell, it would just hit chance. It's just damage, and it hits. Even don't bother with the spell description. It says it inflicts fire damage in an area effect. That's not true. They haven't changed and updated the descriptions and everything. Even the name of the spell is going to change. I think it's not going to be gluing explode bomb anymore. It's going to be just purely gluing bomb. So that's interesting. Now let's keep going down the list here. So we have kickback and ruse. Ruse hasn't changed, but kickback, even though it doesn't say it there, now also gives shield points. So here we're going to kick that. Boom, 420 Hey, 420. Funny, funny. That's the same as Ruse, so same amount of shields there. Cool stuff, cool stuff. I think not too sure because I think people would still play Ruse. I don't think that's enough to get people to play Kickback because being able to move yourself 5 cells, 5 cells is enormous. Like imagine you played 11 AP, no 11 MP. That's just that's ridiculous. Like I think most people would rather move themselves by 5 cells than just move their bomb because it's moving your bomb's a lot more situational, right? We're just gonna keep going down the list. All right, so Kickback, Ruse. I said that most people I would say are still gonna play Ruse, but still it's a nice update to Kickback, not unwanted, of course. Alright, so now we have Roguery, which hasn't changed, but we now have, as the variant, we have our new spell here, Casemate, which, that's just the name in French, but I'm just going to say it that way, I guess. So Casemate, it's a bomb invulnerability spell. It's got a really good range, 1 to 8, and it's modifiable. So with a 6 range set, you can go up to 14, I suppose. And I'll just show you that here. So let's say there. It needs a line of sight though, which I think is unfortunate. I don't think it should have a line of sight. That's just my opinion. But anyways, they don't have the spell animation for it yet, so it just gets cast. But ignore that. So anyways, bomb now is invulnerable, and the really cool thing is too, not only is it invulnerable, I don't know if this is the case with all invulnerability spells, but it's invulnerable. It doesn't take any pushback damage. Here, I'll show you. So it can't take pushback damage. And also, it can't be debuffed. Like this is my debuff spell, right? So -1 effect duration. And this is only a 1 turn lasting spell, but it doesn't even debuff it, right? Look. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'd want to give up Roguery though for it, because Roguery again is one of those really cool spells. But I don't know. It's a good option. Like that's the kind of cool thing that I think. Like that's the thing. I think variants should do to you. I think that variants should be a difficult choice between them. Like I hate when variants are so clearly like one over the other. For example, Detonator and Fuse. Like who the hell is gonna play Detonator when Fuse literally can make you play like 15 AP a turn? That's it's just one of those things. Like they should upgrade Detonator in some way, or nerf Fuse in some way. Maybe some people would say, but my point is, I like spells and their variants to be roughly equal, so that it's a difficult choice. Here, I think they've achieved that. So, I think maybe the split will be quite interesting to see between who plays which. We're just going to keep going down the list. Grenado, Latent Grenado, same thing. Boomerang daggers have had their AP cost reduced. It used to be 5, now it's 4, but the damage has consequentially also been reduced. So now we're at 4 damage. 26 to 29 air damage. I think we were somewhere in the 30s before. That's okay though. Cadence, same thing. Maybe some damages have been changed. Not too sure about that. You can read the change log for that. Magnet hasn't changed. Crossing, I believe it said that Crossing had its range nerfed, but if I'm by looking here, this is the regular range. I know that it's 1 to 7 on the official server, but I don't know. I thought it was supposed to change. Maybe they're gonna fix that. Maybe not. Not sure. So Dirty Trick Strategy, same. Deception, Stolen Goods, same. I think some damages were probably changed. I think the damage here was reduced and here was increased, just to make them I don't know, better choices somehow. I'm not sure. So here, we're coming up here, which is the interesting cool thing. So we have Pulsar, and then we have Grenade. I guess I'm going to say that. Grenade. So that's our new spell, new intelligence spell. It is a close range, like fire stealing spell that has a zone as well. So I can hit like that, and it hits pretty good too. Again, they haven't set spell animation, so my character's just gonna turn and do nothing, but ignore that. So it does more damage than Extraction. not too much more, but it's also in zone, right? And also, it's not one of those spells that I have to target on something. So if I were here, I don't have to have something here to be able to hit him, right? I could just aim in the empty and still get that nice zone. That's a really interesting variant for Pulsar. Pulsar is a really cool, like, high damaging spell. I know I use it a lot versus Osamodeses because I can, like, one-shot their summons and shit. But I would also want to use this because then I can heal off their summons, and that's even more interesting. So now here, okay, so yeah, that's cool, cool choice. We're gonna go down to Boombot, Megabomb. I believe these nothing has changed. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. I feel like Megabomb is 4 AP on official server. I'm not too sure about this. It might be 3 AP. I'll check later, and maybe I'll put it down in the description. So Remission, Walking Bomb. Okay, so these two didn't used to be variants of each other. They're both existing spells, right? But 2 old rogue spells have been removed. So Overload and Countdown. Overload used to be like the spell where you cast it on a bomb, and then next turn, if you explode it, it'll do -1 effect duration. In 2 turns, it'll do -2, and in 3 turns, -3, and then it'll go away. And Countdown used to be the spell where you could do it on a bomb, and then at the end of the next turn, it'll explode, and it'll do 30% erosion, and you could do it on allies just to boost them by like 20-ish damage. So those two have been removed, and then some variant choices have been switched around. Remission and Walking Explobomb have been put as variants of each other. I'm not too happy about that because I'm not too sure about the logic there. Like, why Remission? Why Walking Explobomb? If it was up to me, maybe I would do like Remission and the new spell, like Casemate, be variants of each other because they're both like protection spells. So then it could be like, oh, how do you want to protect your bomb? Do you want to make them invulnerable every couple of turns, or do you want them just to reduce damage in general all the time? So that's a more interesting choice, and then maybe make Walking Bomb the variant of Roguery, which wouldn't make that much sense either, but then at least you have one thing that makes sense. Going down here, Carbine, we have Machine Gun, AP reduction, not AP reduction, but the AP cost has been reduced, sorry. Okay, we'll keep going down the list. Powder, oops, where are we at? These two haven't been changed, so I just skipped over them, sorry. Have they been changed? Let me just look real quick here. No, don't think so. So Powder and Glowing Explobomb didn't used to be variants of each other, now they are. It's called Glowing Explobomb, but as I said, it's going to probably be changed to just Glowing Bomb, because now the damage is in any element. Seismobomb, Latent Seismobomb, Musket, Arquebus. These two weren't variants of each other, now they are. I believe some damage changes have been effectuated, like I think they hit a little less. We go down to Blunderbuss. The AP cost has been reduced, but also as a result, the erosion percentage has been reduced. I think we were at 17% erosion for the spell, from memory. But now for 1 AP less, we do 4% erosion less, which I'm content with because it means I'll be able to erode more offense. And setting up your turn to use 5 AP for Blunderbuss is huge. Like, if I'm playing an 11 AP turn, if I do Blunderbuss, now I have 6 AP, I can't really do much with 6 AP. It's quite difficult. Like, maybe I'll do Blunderbuss and then Bomb Dirty Trick. Like, that's the best I can do. Can't even, like, D-lock. I don't know what I'm saying, but, it was quite a high AP cost spell, so I'm happy about that, the reduce there. As a variant, we have a new spell, Shrapnel. So the way this works is similar to Cadence. So you know how with Cadence, the more bombs you have at the contact of your opponent, the higher the damage, right? Oh, I don't have it on me, I think. But the more bombs you have at the contact, then it will do more and more damage. This is the same concept, but it's with AP reduction. So the damage doesn't change, but the more bombs you have in the contact, the more it will reduce AP, which is really interesting. Here we have these two spells. So this is a new strength spell, Bombard. It's 4 AP, got decent range. I want to show you this spell because it's really interesting to me, at least. It's one. I think this is one of my favorite spells that's come out, along with Grenade. Most people wouldn't find this that interesting, but I kind of like it. I just like the I like the range and the way it works. I'll show you in a second here. So we're just going to skip that for now. Kaboom and Imposter, nothing's changed here except Imposter used to be in straight line only, but now I can also go up like diagonally. I can do, you know, across, that sort of thing. And I know there's a class ring that increases the range of Imposter by 2. So now I would be able to exchange my bomb every turn from 5 cell away. That's like a dirty trick every turn with like a little bit shorter range too. Pretty interesting stuff. So now Bombard, what is Bombard? It's just 4 AP and it pushes back everything in a line of 5 cells. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll show you that real quick. So let's say he's over there. Boom, moved him back. Still no spell animations, right? Just remember, if you think that looks weird. Okay, so, and I can cast it more than once per turn too. Makes me think like, oh, if I had bomb line like this. This is not a realistic situation, and I would definitely not handle it like this. But it's just, the thing that's interesting about it is just, it's a different way to move your bombs that you couldn't do before. So I'll explode those. So like, let's say, for example, we're going to move him a little bit. Hold on a second. So, wrong spell. Oh my, they must have switched it because from, yeah, they must have switched the order because I would normally just automatically click the right one. Anyhow, so let's say that bomb was there. That was like that. That was like this. Okay, and I was like all the way over here. Over here. Even crossing can't reach that far, so the only way I would be able to move it is like that, right? So it's just another way to move your bomb. Really interesting. I'm quite happy with this. I'll definitely be playing that over way down, even though way down is a good way to boost your bomb. Anyway, any different way to move your bomb, I'm quite happy. So, anyways, that's it for the update. I don't know if I missed anything. I believe I didn't miss anything. I went over all the spells. Some of them have like damage value changes, but that's not the sort of thing that matters to me that much. I was talking more about like the game mechanics have changed and new spells. So you can always go to the change log if they've posted an English one. I don't believe they have, but maybe you can make sense of the French one somehow. If you enjoyed this video, do let me know. If you think this is a good update for rogues, you can let me know as well. I think it is, and I can't wait to see this on the official server because I'm trying to hit up the Colo ladder again, quit my PVM, and go back to PvP just to try out the new rogue. So I'm going to see you soon, I guess, and peace.